Beyond the hallways, there's a world of stories waiting to be discovered. Join us on the Viking Echo podcast as we dive deep into the lives of your fellow Vikings. Uncover the hidden depths of our school community and learn about the stories behind the faces in the hallway. Together, let's shrink our school, one episode at a time.
Welcome to the Northwest Viking Echoes podcast, where we spotlight a student that walks the halls with you every day. Today, we have two special guests,
Niani,
Kendall.
And they are here to talk to us about their amazing experience leading and being a part of the Black History Showcase the last 3 years, right? 3 years at Northwest. And we also have...
What's understood doesn't have to be explained.
Miss Burnett Collins, the one and only, who is here to talk about the influence and the impact that this has had on our school and our school community.
Yes.
So, thank you all for being here. I'm going to start off just by letting you each speak about just tell us your grade level, how long you've been at Northwest, and what is your favorite part about being a Viking? I'll start here. We'll just go around.
So I'm a senior, and I've been at Northwest, like, my whole middle school and high school. And my favorite part of being a Viking, I would say, like, probably the people, because, like, I don't think I could see myself anywhere else, like at any other school. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Shout outs to y'all. What about you, Kendall?
I'm in 12th grade too, and I've been here for my whole high school. Yeah. And I'd say my favorite part about being a Viking is probably the people too. Because, I wouldn't have met her, or we wouldn't have reconnected if we didn't go to the same school.
Yeah.
So you said reconnected, and I know we talked about that a while ago, but y'all were friends before someone moved away, and then y'all were able to reconnect. What would you say led to your reconnection? Just seeing each other, or was there something that brought the two of you back together?
We were in a friend group. We had a friend group, and then that's kind of where we started talking and stuff, and then I feel like the program really helped us actually connect more, and now we see each other every week. So.
Oh. Okay, when you say the program, just so our listeners are clear, talk to us about the program. Like, what are you speaking about, and how did it bring you closer?
Specifically the hip hop, and how we had to choreograph everything together, and just work through everything and help with other parts of the program, and just directing it, and picking songs for it too, which is honestly one of the hardest parts of it.
Oh, I bet. How do y'all pick your songs?
We kind of just explore different playlists on Spotify. We just look for hype songs to dance to.
That's cool. So when you said the program, you meant the Black History Showcase.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had our Black History Showcase, your very last ones as students of our Northwest community, on the 27th of February. And I would say each year I've seen you all perform. It gets better and better. So talk to us a little bit about just kind of what went into your planning for this program or this hip-hop show that you all put on. Because this time you had accessories, everything. Just kind of talk to us a little bit about that.
So I guess since we did it in sophomore year, and that was the first time, we didn't really know, I guess we knew how we wanted it to be, but it kind of was just, I guess, underwhelming. But since it was our last year, we wanted to go full out and just do a bunch of different other things.
Yeah, we learned a lot from our other performances. So we're oh, we want to change that, or we want to add more to that. We want to make it more hype and appeal to our audiences more. So we tried to find songs that people knew, but also kind of introduce people to other songs too. Because a lot of people last year liked the mashup, so we wanted to try to appeal to them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of it was us finding out what we liked that we did last year and then building off of it.
I like how you're talking about having the growth over time of your show. And so that kind of leads me to a question. What advice would you give to people who saw the show this year and maybe didn't participate, but now they have an interest, but they're like, whoa, I could never like recreate that. Like, I can't do the suit and tie, so I just shouldn't do it at all. Like, what advice or what words would you give to them?
I'd say somebody has to do it. Like, you have to get up there and do it, because if you won't do it, then there's a chance that nobody else will do it. And I feel like that's why we decided to do the hip hop, because nobody else was going to do it. Like, we had to take that step. And that's what helps all these other things get put into, like, the picture, because people have to step up and do something about it. Like, if you want something, you have to do something about it. And I feel like that's helped us just be more confident and be able to perform for other people. So
Yeah, and, like, even though there's dance, like, there's a whole bunch of other things that you could do and, like, make it great.
That's
like,
true.
Singing, painting, like, nobody's done that yet, so.
Those are great ideas.
I like how she said yet, though, because that just goes to show if someone's interested in these things, got to take a step. So I know the first year that you all did it, you were probably like, okay, this is new from Northwest, and you were probably kind of nervous. But did y'all have those same nerves or jitters this last time, or were you like super hyped, like senior year, mic dropping it, and let's go out here?
still a little nervous.
Yeah. I think we're always nervous, but, like, we wanted it to be hype, so I was really excited.
And I feel like the more shows you do, the easier it gets, honestly. Like, if you have 3 shows, first show, you're going to be a little, and then second show, you're like, okay, I got this, and then third show, it's like, I got this.
Yeah, I felt that too, even as like the host. Like the first time, I'm like, okay, I like, where am I at in the script, and just trying to read. By the third one, I'm like, oh, I could improv now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. What was interesting was I saw you all in some rehearsals, and then like even walking in the hallways during Win, I could see y'all practicing and things of that nature. Learning Hub, you all were practicing, and there was one rehearsal I think a week or two before, where we were trying to figure out the hype song that I came out to. And then we were talking about Not Like Us. Well, we ended up not doing Not Like Us for my intro song. And then you all incorporated it in yours. So, like, that creativity that I saw in there, I was like, oh, okay, they're going to use it anyway. How long did it take y'all to literally say, this is the song, and we need to come up with new choreography and add to it?
Like, a week?
Yeah.
The idea came because my mom, like, we weren't really satisfied with the dance because we had Finesse for the ending, like the remix. So she was like, I know you guys were talking about how you wanted it to be more hype and stuff. So she was like, you should do the Super Bowl performance, because she, like, saw it all over her For You page, and, like, a lot of people would know it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were definitely singing it. And I don't know if people noticed it, but I noticed it even from where I was standing. Y'all had the lighting effects go with it. Whose idea was that? And how did you do it?
It was a surprise to us, too.
Yeah.
Literally, we did it. Like,
Yeah.
it came to Not Like Us, and then the lighting just, like, went dark, and it was just spotlights on us. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess
I
we're
noticed
rolling
like
with it.
a blue spotlight where it was like, before it's like the, it was like the, I can't remember what part, but it was like a blue light and then a red light, and then spotlight went out, and then it was like, boom. And then I was like, okay, that was cool. Who did that?
The suit and tie, we figured out the lighting for suit and tie, but then when it came to, like, Not Like Us and, like, just the rest of the dance, that was all, like, improv for the lights people and all that.
Shout out
Wow.
to tech,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
creativity.
They ate that.
Yeah, like the tech has to be so in tune to y'all and what
Yes.
we're doing. And I don't think people understand, like, even when we were up there were moments where we had to cut stuff out of the script.
Yeah.
So Miss James is like whispering to me through the curtain trying to get my attention. And then there was a part in the third show where it wasn't cut out of the script, and tech is like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So then I had to improv. But literally, if something changes, like, tech is all over it. I'm sitting there struggling, and they're like, oh, no, we got it. We're good.
Okay.
So, yeah, shout outs to tech for that. That was a really cool and creative moment. That means they had to be in tune to y'all, and they were paying attention to, like, your choreography, your moves, the music, everything. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
And like, just as an audience member, I had no idea. Like, as an audience member, we didn't know that things were being cut. Like, everything was seamless. It all felt very well rehearsed, very integrated. So, I mean, shout out to all of y'all, because it's hard to pivot at the last moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Miss James was the person who started this 3 years ago, and I know you all worked well with her. And I know that people come up with ideas. And sometimes when you have a vision of something, you want to hold to that, but I think Miss James has seen how creative and talented all of you all are. So I could even see where she was relinquishing some of that, here's my vision, and entrusting you all with that. What would you say your experience was like working with Miss James and other students to really bring this to life?
You want to go first?
I just think that she's like, she knows what she wants and like how she wanted the showcase to like look. So she like worked with us well to do that. But it was also kind of like stressful, I guess.
Oh yeah, most
Because there were
definitely.
like some parts where we were unsure, like with the modeling. We wanted to do like a bunch of different outfits, but with the time, like we were still cutting stuff on the show day. So imagine like if we had so many different other outfits.
Oh yeah.
And like we were supposed to have a big group for the dance, but just with time and everything, because me and Kendall kind of started late,
Yeah.
it was kind of stressful, but it worked out in the end.
Oh yeah. And something that I always like take with me whenever I'm implementing like a big vision thing like that is something my mom used to tell me, and you made me think of it. And it's like nobody else knows what the end product looks like in your head. So whatever end product you end up with is still going to be fantastic. Like even if it's not what you originally envisioned, you're the only one that knows what that looked like.
Yeah.
And then being able to use that every year to like further craft the vision, and you spoke to that earlier, I think is like the magic sauce.
Absolutely. Thinking about like Miss James' creativity and her ability to like sit and write the script and then have some connections from old shows, like even bringing back Biddy and Gritty and then introducing Liddy last year and Liddy coming back. All of that takes a lot of creativity. But one thing I know, like, again, she was behind the red curtains. I'm on the host stand, trying not to be seen. And we were just talking about how exciting it all was. Like, I think for her, she had a vision, and she does have really good control, and she commands a room. That's one thing Miss James can do. But I think she was so in awe of, like, everyone's talent coming together. And I told her, you know, even when y'all were practicing the modeling and rehearsals, because we had a quick turnaround. We didn't have all the rehearsal days because of the snow and everything. After the first show, I was like, the kids just show up and they just do it. Like, they show up and they literally show up.
Yeah.
And it's like, you get nervous about it ahead of time because you're like, oh my God, are we ready for this? But when you're in the moment, it's like, oof. Like she said, like, she probably couldn't tell. And I was like, oh,
At all.
beautiful. That was so good. That was awesome.
I really liked how like understanding she was too, because like she'd be going over what we do, and then we'd come together and be like, hey, we don't really like this, and then she'd turn it into something, like she'd make it something that like we all could agree on and that we think would be better put like in the show. But I just really liked how if we didn't like something, you know, we'd come together and change it, you know.
So you felt like you had some ownership in it too.
Oh, yeah.
Some stake or equity in it. That's awesome.
Yes.
So I know that you all are seniors now, and so you all are going on to new things. So just for our viewers, what are some of the next things that you all have planned for your life?
I definitely want to keep on dancing. I don't think it would be like my major or anything, but just like a little side hobby just to like keep doing it. But I definitely think I'll continue it in the
Okay.
future. But
And so where do you plan to go to school?
UNCG.
Awesome, UNCG. Okay. So dancing as a hobby and keeping that going. What about you? Niani?
I also want to keep dancing. Maybe in college there'll be like a club that I can join. I don't know if it's gonna be like mixed like with all dances, but I would be open to like learning different dance styles. And I want to go to either NC State or Virginia Tech.
Okay. Those are
Nice.
awesome schools too. So although y'all are seniors and you'll be kind of close by, you're going to be going either to Raleigh or Virginia Tech. Do you all think you would come back and see the show, support the show, be a part of the show in the future?
It'll be fun, yeah. We'll see
Okay.
what people decided to do with it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're getting close to the end of our time, but I want to ask you both one last question. And the last question is, since you're a senior, what is a piece of advice you would give to an upcoming freshman? An 8th grader now coming to high school.
I guess be you, honestly, because I feel like a lot of people feel like they need to change themselves to fit in.
Good advice.
But honestly, people are gonna love you for who you are, regardless. So I feel like just be you, because you'll find somebody, you'll find people who enjoy you being yourself. So.
I love that.
Me too.
I would say just have fun. Like, you should make the most of your high school like years, because when I was coming in as a freshman, I was really introverted because of COVID, and I was just at home all the time, and like I didn't really talk to anybody in freshman year up until like the second semester. So you should just like put yourself out there and have fun. Yeah.
That's really good advice. Be you and have fun, because you'll find your people.
That's right.
You will find your people.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Okay, well, I think that is our time for today, but we appreciate everybody for watching and listening in.